that. If the leg can't pass 90, then they may be adding some of the pain and discomfort. Example later.
I used to be able to.
Okay, so activities of daily living. So this is just kind of explains that the spinal column, is just, it's a series of connected chains, and just by focusing on like the little things while you're sitting in your chair, like having good posture, not slumping forward, and especially when you get in a PT clinic and you see a lot of these people who have these 9-to-5 desk jobs or typing, they can tend to have some bad posture. So again, it just depends on who the patient is and how they come in and how they present themselves, because everyone's different. So just teaching the right posture and stuff. Long-term fix, study of their ergonomics, what they're doing in the work, what they're doing at home, whatnot, and sleeping habits, and like I just said, the desk posture and stuff. So these are easy exercises while sitting. I mean, I guess you guys can't really. There you go. Pull the chairs down. You guys should try this. Give it a try.
Short. I can't push it.
Okay, so push your. All right, so read the instructions. Push your feet against the floor. Tighten your bum abdomen.
How do you push them?
And then place your right hand on your left knee and lift the heel from the floor. Press the knee firmly against each other and switch. You just hold that for about a couple seconds. And then both hands firmly grasp, well, I guess you guys don't have seats, but hold hands firmly, the seat toward the bum, and then back always remains straight during this too, and your core tight.
Place right hand.
You can go on to
Both hands place them up.
placing both hands on the abdomen. Inhale against resistance by placing hands, and then exhale. And then again, like with the posture thing, just try and like squeeze your shoulder blades together. That's the best way to describe it to one of your patients. And then you can fold hands behind head and push against it as well to get more cervical action going. Push head and hands again in front of the forehead. Push back with maximum strength. And then switch.
It's meditation. What's that?
So this is more just relaxation.
That's completely relaxed. Meditation.
So again, when you're talking about this goes for the desk job, like if they can raise their desk up a little bit so they're not slouching as much. Just tell them like little things like that to change maybe the way that they're causing that pain to start, or any of the tightness that's going on with them. All right.
I like those.
So whenever someone comes in and they're having the low back pain, I always want to start with teaching them abdominal bracing, and that's where they lay on the table with their knees at a 90 degree. And what the cue I always give them is like, try to pull your belly button to your spine and keep your core tight. And then they'll hold that for about 5 seconds and do a series of sets and reps of that. And then you can go into getting the side of their core as well with sideline bridges, and then also for dogs too.
Those are bridges? I thought bridges were like this.
Because a lot of the times we focus so much on like the front that we don't get a lot of the back strengthening. So this is a way to get that. And then some stretching exercises, which is big, I'd really like to enforce on, is the cat back stretch, where they get a lot of that mid back going on, and then kneeling down really well, and then also hamstrings, glutes, and piriformis.
What about replacing your desk chair with medicine ball or exercise ball?
Oh, yeah.
When I was working at a call center, I would see that all the time. I didn't know if it worked with core activation.
Yeah, it does. It helps. Because you don't have anything to lean back on, so you kind of always
It's
have
just
to.
like this a little.
Not me. I'm too lazy for that.
Do you think it's bad?
I know a lot of people do that when they're pregnant, too.
The exercise ball?
Do you think
Jess used to do that all the time last year.
do you think it's bad, like eventually, like if you're always sitting on it?
Ball?
You're always sitting on it?
Yeah, like if you use it permanently.
good for you.
Sure.
I need this chair. Makes more time.
I don't know if it's, I don't know. That's a good question. I would say, I mean, you're constantly always activating those muscles, but, so that could in turn make you a little bit sore, but I don't know if it would actually cause any injury, so.
It's not-
All right, now we're getting into that. Oh, and also you can always, we have a teen chiropractor here that he comes once a week, actually comes on Tuesdays, where, I mean, you can refer their low back pain people to them and they can get adjustments too. Maybe they're seeing something that, or maybe they can catch something that you're not seeing and see what, like, he does
Yeah, right.
stuff on ankles, which is kind of weird, but.
I ran yesterday. I feel like my shins are.
What do you think about chiropractors, Reed?
That's the thing.
I think it's a good tool. I have a hard time believing that it's the end all be all.
Yeah.
But it's
When they can cure everything from asthma to PMS. And I just watched a video on how to do adjustments on newborns.
Hard.
Yeah, I
Newborns?
think that they kind of,
Jay, bring your newborn.
Really?
they're drinking the purple Kool-Aid.
They just
a
pull
little
them?
bit too much. I don't know, but there are definitely issues that I think that certainly what they can do is
It's
pretty
not to
amazing.
recognize the.
With some conditions.
Right.
I've had a chiropractor
What is it?
who
What is it?
worked
It's a very
with the
skeptical,
team,
like, you
football
gotta
team I
believe
had,
it.
who did an adjustment on
I kinda want him to be a chiropractor.
Like insurance doesn't cover a lot of
And
insurance.
again, I just think they tend to overstep their bounds, thinking that what they have is the end all be all solution, whereas it should be a tool
What ended with that?
with the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had to have surgery. When I don't know how much it was his fault, and how much it was just because it was a crooked, destroyed finger. So, I don't know.
I saw like the aluminum thing, like they did conductivity and like aluminum was viewpoint.
Okay. Start talking about some skull fractures.
Let's get my line, her
So
apples
you can
lost right
see
now.
the little
I've been
white
eyeing her
line if
apples
they're
lost
going through it.
since we
And
started
then-
talking. She's like this.
Stop.
Okay, so the basilar skull fracture, this is what we'll, in the sports setting, you see more of than any other, but that's where you can get a fracture. This is the picture of the temporal bone. You can see it. And, but any part of the base of the skull is considered basilar skull fracture. It's just more common in the temporal bone, but you can also get it in the occipital and the sphenoid. And what ends up happening is that causes some tears in the meninges, so you get that cerebral spinal fluid that leaks out, and then, so where's fluid gonna go if it's inside your head? Like where's it gonna try and go?
Towards the heart?
It's gonna try and get out, right? So what are ways that it can get out?
Nose.
Nose, ear,
Eyes back.
eyes too. So yeah, that's why you'll see like the battle sign, get all that pooling of the blood right back here, and then the raccoon eyes.
Yeah.
Pretty much all that's just trying to be pushed out, and otorrhea also, and then
That was-
they'll